You are now listening to episode 19 of a self-help podcast where we focus on lifting each other up and counting our blessings at the same time. We are your hosts. Hey, I'm Mia.
I'm Kiosha.
And this is Crazy Beautiful Talks. First, I want to always say hello to our Cray Clan. Thank you for coming back and supporting us every single week.
Yes.
Okay, we appreciate all the faithful listeners, all our family, grandmother, like everybody that's listening. We really appreciate it. Thank you. This week, we are going to give you the tools on how to be single and happy. You don't always have to be in a relationship to be happy, okay? Can I get an amen, Kiosha?
Amen.
Are you single and happy? Because you're single, right?
Yes, I am single, and so happy.
I'm not single, but I know how to be single and happy.
Yes.
But we're going to help y'all out. One could make the argument there are two kinds of people, those who enjoy being single and those who really don't. If you fall into the second category, single life may sting, particularly when it seems everyone in your life is coupled up, or what we say, booed up.
Yes.
And y'all know it is October.
Cuffing season. Cuff.
I call it cuddle season because you try to stay warm. So it's cuddle season. Whatever. And everybody looking for somebody. But that don't mean you have to be happy and be all in a relationship. You could be happy and warm by yourself. Okay?
Yes, sure can. I can tell you that, yes, you can be happy and warm by your damn self. Okay, go ahead.
But being in a couple can be a blessing. Okay? Because I'm warm every night.
You're absolutely right.
But this ain't about couples. This is about singles.
Hello.
Sorry. Okay, so go ahead and hit us with that quote.
I'm sorry. But just real quick, I do want to say that you have to get to a place within yourself to be happy and single. Because in the beginning, I wasn't happy and single. Like I had to get comfortable with me.
Yes.
So, of course, we have a quote, which is like my favorite part. The central idea of love is not a relationship commitment. The first thing is a personal commitment to be the best version of yourself, with or without that person you're with. You have to, every single day, mind, body, and spirit, wake up with a commitment to be better. Will Smith.
Yes, snaps. You have to be better for yourself because what is that saying? How are you going to be with somebody else and you ain't
if you don't love how is somebody else going to love you if you don't love yourself?
Exactly. Or how are you going to love somebody if you can't even love yourself? There's no way. So yes. I totally agree with Will Smith. Like you have to love yourself. You can't be, if you're happy and content with yourself, then you should bring somebody in. That way y'all can be happy. They need to be happy and content with themselves too. Yes. That way two happy and content people can come together and be happy and content. Now I'm happy and content and you lonely and miserable. And then we come together and now I'm lonely and miserable because we done broke up.
Exactly. I agree. Totally 1000%. It's hard sometimes to be alone, but you have to commit to yourself before you can fully commit to another human being.
According to mindbodygreen.com, there are benefits to being single. Okay. Number 1, strengthening your relationship to yourself. What we've been talking about. If you always got somebody in your face, in your space, there's no way that you could work on yourself. There's no way. So you have to be alone. You have to be alone, living alone or whatever, so you can really get to know yourself. I know a lot of girls like get roommates and stuff because they don't like to live by themselves. They've never lived by themselves. And here they are 30 years old and never lived by themselves. Like, how have you never lived by yourself? I've always had a roommate or I live with my mom. Like, then how do you really know yourself?
Yes.
You know what I
How
mean?
do you? I get it. I I'm the type of person where it's really hard to live with other people, let alone another female. Like there can't be two queens in the castle.
I agree. But I've lived with roommates before and it's hard.
It's
It's
super
really,
hard.
really hard. You have to compromise. You have to be understanding
Yes.
because everybody is not has not grown up the same. Everybody's household was different. Everybody did things different. So you have to understand that this person you do not know, has probably grew up different and y'all do things different. So you have to be open-minded and compromise and clean
Oh,
when you have a
Lord.
roommate. Often, when you're in a relationship, our partners help us build up and remind us of our worth. Ooh, I can't even say how do you say that word?
Brunei.
Brunei? Okay. Renee's notes, cliche as it sounds, being single gives you the opportunity to work on our relationship with ourselves, she says. We can learn to look inside and encourage and support and focus on our relationship with ourselves and changing our critical inner voice to more compassionate one. Okay. It's a great time to learn how to love yourself.
Yes. I had to actually use some of the self-help books that I have in order to learn how to love myself and not feel like I need that validation of a man to be my best self. It took me a long time. I mean, man, woman, whatever. I like it all.
I
But
I
it took me a minute to figure that out.
it took me a long time. Like I had to be single for a minute where I was happy. Like at first, like when I moved to Vegas, like, yeah, of course, you're in a new town. You're like, oh, I'm looking for somebody. Found out there was nothing out there for me. Spent the last probably 2 years single. And I loved every minute of it because I found out what I liked. I got to do things that I wanted to do. I didn't have to worry about a man telling me what I should and should not do and how he feels. Because, when you got a man, you do a lot for, oh, I wonder how he would think I would look in
Yes.
this or how he would feel. And at that moment, I had nobody to answer to but myself. I literally had
Yes.
nobody to ask, and I had to ask myself, do I like the way I look? And it clicked, and it was just like, I don't need a man. I don't, you know what I mean? And after that, I was just so happy and
And it's
living.
not even about, so people always have the misconception of being single is you don't need someone else.
Mhm.
It's not that you don't need someone else, it's that you're so secure in yourself that you don't need that validation from someone else to make you feel whole. We're not badgering couples. My sister's in a very loving, happy relationship. It's just that you have to be single and be so committed to you that when you get into that happy married or couple relationship that you guys can be happy together. That's it.
Yes.
Not that we're saying that we don't need anyone, because that's not me. Just FYI. So 2, finding out what you truly want. Being single makes room for a person to learn more about themselves. Spinelli, sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me rewind. Blooper. Ah! Okay. 2, figuring out what you truly want. Being single makes room for a person to learn more about themselves. Spinelli explains, there is more clarity around who you are in learning into, oh my God, what is going on with me? I can't even read. Hold on. Okay. Number 2, figuring out what you truly want. Being single makes room for a person to learn more about themselves. Spinelli explains, there is more clarity around who you are and leaning into enjoying your own company. It can be easy to lose sight of what you really want and who you truly are. When bouncing back from relationship to relationship, being single gives you a space to really know your desires.
I like this. Like going back to basically it's going back to when you were saying need. When I said need, that's exactly what I meant. I needed men. I felt like that's what I needed. I needed somebody to take care of me. I can't do this by myself. Who do you think I am? Like, you know what I mean? I have a child. I needed to the point where I needed myself because I needed to bring myself out of a hole. I didn't have nobody. Maybe, I mean, you could choose to be single or you could hit rock bottom where you ain't got nobody and you in a new city, you can't trust anybody. Your trust issues are down the roof. So even if you do get somebody, you don't trust them.
Yep.
I needed myself. I needed to be in a space where I knew that I could do it by myself. I could pay my rent by myself. I could pay my bills by myself. I could take care of my child by myself. And this is, I feel like he's saying, like, you need to stay in your own company to where you can depend on yourself and not lose sight of your goals and who you are. You need to find who you are and not lose sight of who you are. So,
yes,
I get
definitely.
it. Okay, number 3. Learning how to hold yourself accountable. Yes, that is so true. You can't be lying to yourself because yourself knows the truth. That gonna make you crazy. Okay. When you do figure out what you really want and how you want to live your life, it's on you to hold yourself accountable. When you are single, you are empowered to make your own choices and hold yourself accountable for those choices. Splanini notes, adding, you learn to forge your own way, and that elevates inner confidence and resilience.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Because, okay. So the confidence part, I can vouch for 1000% because I I now know myself. I know what I'm worth. I know what I want. I know what I'm supposed to have. I know what I won't put up with. I know that regardless, every day I wake up and I'm happy with me. When I have that hiccup, because I do date, but in this dating world in 2021, you have to be extremely resilient.
You gotta be a savage.
Yeah, I mean,
you got to.
You
You a savage.
I'm not.
Hold on. You pause this because this is story time. This is story time. Okay. My sister just had a birthday. Okay. And me and my boyfriend, we came to her birthday to celebrate with her. Okay. She's dating and she's having a good time. She had a 3 to 4 night event. Okay. Every day she has something planned. She had the first night, she had all 4 dudes show up at the same event. And then every day after that, they showed up to the same event. That's savage. And then when they tried to complain, her response was, I'm single.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
I don't feel that I'm savage. I feel
that was a savage move.
No. I'm a very truthful woman. And I let all of them know we're dating. You have not said, hey, I want a commitment. You have not said, I want to be exclusive. So we're dating. So when you fly out to see me, we go on dates, we have fun. I enjoy your company. I talk to you. I see you. We're not exclusive. I'm dating. I do me. You don't like it? Go on. Are they all still here? Yes.
Oh, savage.
That's not savage. That's a truthful woman. That's it.
Okay, well, we can agree to disagree. But what I want to say about this topic is back to this topic and holding yourself accountable. That's like I don't know how to compare it to yourself, but for those who have kids, have you ever told your child, oh, on Tuesday, we're going to the amusement park, whatever. Come Tuesday, oh, they know Tuesday, and they know you said on Tuesday we going to the amusement park. Just think of kids will always keep. Okay, no, I mean next Tuesday. Oh, next Tuesday they gonna ask you again. Just think of that as yourself by yourself. You need to be that person. You need to hold yourself accountable. You said, oh, you said you want to lose 10 pounds in a couple of months. You know what I mean? You need to hold yourself accountable. And that's why we are creating a self calendar book. It's almost done, a manifesting self calendar book where
Yes.
you are going to hold yourself accountable. You are going to write down your goals and you're going to be able to go back because we all do it. You go back and you see what you wrote and you're going to see, oh, I said this, this, and that. And you need to hold yourself accountable.
You're right. Are you trying to make a dig at me, sister?
I'm just saying, everybody needs to hold themselves. Me too. Everybody needs to hold themselves accountable. I'm
You're
just
right.
saying.
Number 4, cultivating and deepening non-romantic relationships. While romantic relationships are often prioritized, strong friendships are incredibly important. When we have the time and space to care for them, they can enrich our lives in similar and even superior ways than a romantic relationship. When we're single, we really do tend to have more time to focus on ourselves and other important relationships, which brings out our next point. What do you think before we get to our next point?
Before we get to our next point, what I think is this is serious. Like, I'm guilty to it. Being in a romantic relationship and then I ghost my friends because I'm in a relationship and I have, I got to do what I got to do here. But you need to realize, even with family, you need to realize relationships come and go. Family is forever and friendships are seasonal, like we learned last week.
Look. Why my sister keep trying to dig at me though? What?
Digging at you? I said myself. I said I am guilty of it. I don't do it anymore. I mean, I've luckily gotten into a relationship where we are both trying to get back into our families because that was something we both were, failing at, but we both encouraging each other. But females do it. I'm not saying no names or pointing no fingers. I'm just saying.
I did it with my whole last marriage. I lost my whole family for like 5 years because I ghosted my family, y'all.
But you are taking this time to try to make family and friendships stronger, and with who you want to. You don't got to go around everybody, but you have made who is important to you stronger, and so have I've reconnected with my sisters. I'm connected other family members. Like, I just say it's so easy when you get into a romantic relationship to lose your family or neglect them.
Yes.
But this is the time to build a strong bond, stronger than ever, and keep it strong.
You're absolutely correct. And I will never, as long as I live, get into a romantic situation and turn away from my family, turn away from my friends, because that is your village. And I thank God that my village was still here when I turned my back on them for so long.
I know we still going working through some things, but they still here.
It's still here. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. It's still here. So next point.
Number 5, having more time for yourself. Whether it's a side hustle you've always wanted to do or a hobby you want to pick up, you have more time for it than someone who's balancing their time with their partner. While most people would say their relationship is worth the trade-off, it's not unusual to feel like you have a lot less time when in a relationship.
You're absolutely right. I mean, it's hard to make time for yourself when you're in a relationship. Not saying that the relationship takes up all your time, but you have other things. A lot of people have careers. A lot of people have their own businesses. A lot of people have children. So when you have all that stuff, then you have a relationship. Where is the time for yourself? So me being single, I make a lot of time for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I've honestly just gotten the last couple of months, gotten to the habit of doing things by myself that I used to not be able to do. Like I went out like for like a couple of hours last week and did me and went out to dinner by myself and
wow,
just all these things. And I used to not be able to do that because I'd be the one in the restaurant like, why is that lady just sitting by herself? Like it's weird. But it's something that I want to do. It's my me time. It's just as important as taking a bubble bath and reading a good book, going out by yourself and being so comfortable within your skin that nothing else matters. And then when you get that extra person, it just makes it even more better.
Yes, I agree with you. You have way more time for yourself. Like, let's get it straight. Like, having a partner is demanding. Not that your partner demands your time, but you want to keep a healthy relationship, you have to have your time, and it is demanding. So it does take away from little things. But if you have a good relationship, they want to see you succeed. So that's another topic. But
we'll get there.
We'll get to that topic, but I'm saying, yes, being single, you have way more time for you. And like they said, you got to do something for you, a hobby, a little side hustle. I mean, working out, focusing on your health, like eating good, all that. It's that time. Yep. That way you can already be in habit. So when you do make space for somebody, if you want to, you know, I'm healthy. This is how I'm living my life. And you can't come in and change how I operate. We could compromise, but I know what I'm doing and how I'm moving.
Yes. And unfortunately, a lot of relationships, which we'll talk about later, you do lose yourself. So if you are confident within yourself, being single and happy, it's going to be impossible for you to lose yourself.
Amen. I love that. It would be impossible. I guess that's what I was trying to say, but you said the right words. It's impossible because I know me. I know what I want. I have goals. I know how I operate. I know how to get my goals. Either you come and fall in line with me and elevate me and push me forward, or are you trying to make me move from my goals? Then you gotta go. And it'd be easier. Oh my God. Once you know yourself and love yourself single, it's so easy to cut off dudes that you know are not what you're looking
for. My cutoff game is strong.
Oh, girl, yes.
All right. Number 6 of staying happy and single. You get to call all the shots. Every relationship comes with a certain amount of compromise. But when you're single, you get to call all the shots. Want to book a spontaneous trip overseas for a few weeks? No problem, because you're alone. Brunei says, feel like moving to a new city? Go ahead. Decide you don't want to see any family over the holidays. It's your world. You're single. You have no one to answer to.
Amen.
Come on, ladies and gents. Be happy. Be single. It's good. If you're feeling lonely, grab that rose. Grab that hand. Sit.
You have a rose?
Hell yeah, I have a rose.
Oh my God. I don't need a rose. Girl, I got a real life rose.
Yes, you do.
Does it work?
Oh.
I want to see it. Let me see it. So let's see if she really got one. I hope you ain't used it in a while.
Sorry, she was still in my bed. I thought I put her back and she was still chilling in my bed.
Wow, it's small. I've never seen one.
Is
go like this. Let me see the top of it. Wow.
I got little juices on there. It's okay.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't,
See, you don't look, ladies. I'm assuming there's nothing but ladies watching this right now. You can come, you can all that. You don't need a man. I mean, I've never had a toy. I probably only used a toy twice before in my relationship.
y'all don't even want to see how many toys I have.
We got a lot of toys, but I've never used one because I just never, it just, I can't.
It's not even, so
to each his own.
Yes. So listen. So this is the thing. I used to be the same way. I never used toys or anything because I was just like, I'm not that type of woman. But I'm also the type of person, I have 4 children, so I'm very safe sexually and I really like sex. So I had a cuddy buddy, and me and the cuddy buddy went and bought these toys together. My cuddy buddy bought me this rose once he got into a different relationship. So
he's like, I gotta go, but here you go.
No, we're still good and we do us. So, but not as much. Okay. The girl knows.
Okay.
We're grown. Everybody grown. I'm almost 40 years old. They over 40. So it's I don't know. I will never say I don't want a man or a relationship with whoever I decide to be in a relationship, man, woman, couple, whatever I decide to do.
Amen.
Just right now, I'm getting comfortable with myself. And at this time,
that's part of it though.
Yes.
I've had somebody say, I can't even say who, but I've had somebody say, if you can't make yourself come, like, how is somebody, like, you got to be able to make yourself come to really exceed pleasure. Like, you know what I mean? You got to know your spot so you can tell them, move to the left, move to the right, up a little higher, right there.
How this turn into a sex show though? Let's go on.
Let's do a sex episode, but that ain't this episode. Okay, yes. Number 7, it's a catalyst for growth. And lastly, being single is a part of life that can serve as a huge catalyst for inner growth. Being single often encourages a person to look inward and take better care of themselves mentally and physically. Yes. Spanini explains, since they're not navigating between their own needs and those of a partner. Boom.
You're right.
How you feel about what Spanini said?
Well, with him saying, Brune said, being single is an opportunity to become more comfortable with life's inevitable discomforts. We generally have no choice but to open ourselves up to emotional discomfort and learn how to navigate rejection, disappointment, and uncertainty. I can talk to this 1000%. 2021 was the first time I was ever ghosted. My feelings were so hurt.
I had to tell you what ghosted was.
Yes. I was like, wait, I'm Kiosha. This doesn't happen to me.
Girl, you got ghosted.
What? But so it's weird though. So I got ghosted, right? Mm-hmm. And then like 3 months later, it wasn't a real ghost because then 3 months later, this Negro tried to contact me to take me out again. So he didn't even ghost right.
Yeah, he ghosted you, but then he came back thinking you forget.
Yeah, that's weird.
Don't give him a chance to ghost you again,
girl. No, I cut what? They called because I had already blocked the number. Because I'm a quick blocker. I'll block a Negro in a second. I'll block a female in a second. Right. I block. Sorry. Mm-hmm. I tell you first though, I'm not a ghost person. I will say, hey, I feel disrespected. I'm not feeling this. I'm done. Oh. I block. You guys blocked my best friend in 20 years. I'll block in a second. Okay, get the hell out of here. The girl.
I don't know. But
the one we went to New Orleans with. I told you.
Oh.
I
Oh,
block. My block game is strong, but it has definitely been a emotional roller coaster being single, because the rejection, you know what, I'm not even gonna lie, I don't deal with a lot of rejection, thank goodness, because I'm just not a bad person. I think people see that in me, but sometimes it does get uncomfortable. And when I do feel rejected, sometimes it's hard, but I bounce back. That's the one
yeah.
thing now, I bounce back. I don't, it doesn't matter.
And you know why you bounce back? Because I know you think, well, he not picking me because it's me. He must be not picking me because something else he got going on. You know what
Yes.
I mean? So that comes with putting more into yourself and putting confidence in yourself and loving yourself. And if a dude rejects you, that ain't got nothing to do with me because I'm good. That has everything to do with you and what you got going on in your life.
Exactly.
But when it comes to this discomfort and the navigation and being rejected, I feel like when you're in a relationship, you have a scapegoat. You have somebody you could put it off on, like,
Yep.
oh, babe, handle this, or can you do this? Because it's a confrontation or it's something you don't want to handle. So you have somebody that's, well, you're supposed to have somebody, if you call your partner, that's going to take that load off for you. But when you're single, you have nobody. You have
Yep.
yourself. You have nobody to turn to, and you have to face the lion right in the face. And you know what? It helps you. It makes you grow. And it really helps you understand, like, I could do this. That was not that bad. Like, what's the best way to go around a fire or through a fire? I don't know. Go through it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, you are absolutely correct.
And
Like
once
that
you
is so right.
know you can do something, life becomes so much easier. Like I just want to bring up this part, like saying not even a partner, like your mother. Like I remember when I first paid my bill by myself, like I I thought it was going to be this hard thing. I was going to be on the phone for a long time. And I just wanted to pay the cable bill. And I'm like, oh my God, I just remember my mom being on the phone for a long time. I don't want to do this. But once I did it, I was like, that wasn't bad. Like, you just got to speak clear and you can do it. So I say
Put
this
on
to
that one
say,
voice.
yeah, you got to put on that hello, like But yeah, you just have to go through things by yourself. Once you're single, you'll start realizing you could do a lot of things that you put your mind to, and you don't need that support. I mean, you don't need somebody. You
You
just need
don't
yourself.
need them. Now, when you're ready and you're fully invested in you and you're fully comfortable with you, and you don't feel like you need this person to live or to take care of your bills, or I know so many people that are in situationships to where if that one person were to leave them, they don't know what they would do. Like I have a friend now that's stuck because she hasn't worked in over 10 years and she has no idea what she would do if she left her husband. You know what I'm saying? So it's just you just want to be comfortable with you. You want to be successful on your own, be comfortable in your skin, love yourself. And then you find a partner, get together, you elevate, power couple, live happily ever after.
And that's not just for partners. I feel like that's for everybody in your life.
That's true.
You need to be in a place where you don't need nobody. That everybody that comes into your life is just a bonus. It's not,
Yes.
I can pay my bills. I can take care of my child if you have one. I can do all this. I can get around. I'm not
I'm
saying you
mentally,
need a car and all that stuff, but you can get around. You can do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Then you can have a relationship with your mama. Then you can have a relationship with your brother. But if it's toxic, get yourself together. Then you can start having these relationships and opening up to people and building strong relationships. But if you're not together, that's all you have in the back of your mind. That's added stress. And you really need to just focus on yourself.
yes. So I have a question
Okay.
for Mia and our viewers. Do you feel at this moment in your life that you need a relationship to be happy?
At this moment, honestly, I feel like I need my man because like I feel like I can't breathe without him. It comes to the point where now I don't need him financially. Like I got many hustles. I could take care of myself. You feel what I'm saying? Like if something was to happen, I could take care of myself and I could do it well. But I need love and I need the security. I need the love that he gives me. I'm not saying I need a relationship. I'm talking about I need this relationship. And that's how I strongly feel. I feel like it gets to a point like, yes, I was single. I was happy. I was living my best life. I was working. I wasn't even looking for a man. I'm like, I'm looking for this money. Like, you know what I mean? I was happy. I didn't need a relationship. I have friends, like you said, or whatever the case may be. And now I transitioned to I didn't need a relationship. Now I'm in a relationship. And now I feel like my soulmate and I need that love. I don't need his money. I don't need all that. I need how he makes me feel secure and safe.
So that's different.
That is.
You're in a relationship where you are in love with someone that's your soulmate, and that's totally different.
Yeah. But I as when you talk before, like, no, I don't need anybody. Okay, I have a question. I don't know if it's pertaining to this, whatever. You are happy single.
Mhm.
Were you ever happy like you are now in a relationship? Have you ever been happy like you are now? Not like, I mean, you count your marriages or relationships or baby daddies, whatever. Were you ever at this
Dang, my
level?
sister put me on blast. She said the husbands, plural. Yes, I've been married twice.
The baby
She said
daddies.
the baby daddies. Yes, I have 4 of them
I'm
motherfuckers.
just saying.
But it's all good because obviously something's good for me to have 4. But anyways,
Have you ever been as happy as you are as
I'm
single?
no. No, I have not been this happy ever in a relationship. But like I said before, I have always lost myself in relationships. But I wasn't sure of myself and confident within myself before I got in said relationships ever. I have never felt good about myself like the way I do now. I have not been so secure in myself like I am now. I did not have the stable career and livelihoods like I do now. So, no, I have never been this happy in a relationship, but I will never again in my life be unhappy in a relationship.
Amen. I love that. So let's end this with a question for our viewers. Do you know what a situationship is?
And you can answer that question on our Facebook page at Crazy Beautiful Talks, or our group page, Crazy Beautiful Talks, the private group, or our YouTube.
Yes, our next episode will be on situationships.
Ooh.
So I hope you will join us
with another episode of Crazy Beautiful Talks.
Peace.